got Rin Belvedere in the studio. This is super cool.
What's going on?
So Rin, you're not new to real estate, but you're kind of new to the South Florida market of real estate.
Correct.
Tell us, how'd you get into real estate?
Well, okay. So just by starting off by introducing myself, Rin Belvedere, I do work with Coldwell Banker, and I'm licensed as a real estate specialist in New York, Connecticut, and Florida. Now, it wasn't always that way.
What was the first state that you were licensed in?
The first state that I was licensed in was New York.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I came from big city life. So I was born in Manhattan, and I grew up in Brooklyn. It wasn't until, so on that note, I was very limited by my, sorry, I don't mean to.
That's okay. We're live. That's okay.
We're live.
We're live. We are live. So I'm sure a lot of people will understand it. So you were in the New York market, which a lot of people here in South Florida are from that New York market or Northeast market.
Absolutely.
My family from Massachusetts. I have family from all over the Northeast. So you were kind of limited by the New York market. You were looking to branch out into other areas, or?
Yeah. So just going into the story of myself, I was limited by the possibilities of my upbringing.
Okay.
And so I was always searching for home, you know, and it wasn't until I moved back to New York after going to college in California, I met my husband, and I switched from teaching in early childhood education to sales and exterior home remodeling for one of the top exterior remodeling companies in the country. And so from there, I really got the itch for real estate because we fell into COVID. I really needed to find my identity again. And the seed was always planted there. So from there, you know, just why I do this, I just find that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And you know, nothing gives me greater joy than helping families find their palace of peace.
You know, you were like already doing the mic drop moments. I feel like there's going to be a lot of mic drop moments in this interview. That's really nice. I like that. And obviously, coming from teacher, that was for like special education, special needs,
early childhood education.
Wow, so that's like you have to be patient. You have to love working with children, and there's just so many things that I believe. Whenever you hear somebody that's either a nurse or in that side of an industry, you have to care, right? So that kind of bleeds into what they end up doing in their next life. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. So that's how you got into the industry. Is there anyone that you want to shout out, or anyone by name? Because I like names. It's not like we're not ambiguous here. It's going to be a video, so I want people to feel good. Is there anyone that you've done deals with? Is there anyone that you're on a team with? Is there anyone you want to shout out that's in the real estate industry? Now's your opportunity.
Yeah, so I want to start off by really spreading my gratitude for my first mentor that I had in New York. She really taught me everything that I know, just going from, you know, working on the luxury side and just branding with the network that Coldwell Banker has, because it's just so vast.
What's her name?
Betsy Ronell.
Is she with Coldwell Banker?
She is with
That's
Coldwell
cool.
Banker.
So you can shout out Coldwell.
Yep.
Shout out Betsy.
To Betsy Ronell.
That's cool.
That's right. And so from there, you know, I got married. My husband got promoted to open up the Fort Lauderdale office in Fort Lauderdale. And, you know, I just, I thought, okay, time to spread my wings.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're still very close, but she's taught me so much about the business. And when it comes to this type of business, any business really, you don't know how much you know until you know.
That's it. Don't know what you don't know until you know.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, I like that. That's excellent. Are you on a team with Coldwell Banker? Cool.
Yes. So the other person that I really want to shout out is Justin Brooksy. So right now I'm currently on the Brooksy group.
That's cool.
Out of Coldwell Banker, and he really recruited me with open arms because we care about the same passionate things. We get involved in the community. We're very passionate about animal welfare and children advocacy. So this is just it's been all the stars have been aligning for, where my North Star has been taking me in my life and why I do this, because nothing gives me greater joy.
Well, I think that's so good. I appreciate everything you just said. It was so eloquent. That's amazing. So nice. I pulled out my phone because, as we know, I'm a big social media guy, right? And I know that you know who I'm going to send this to.
That's right.
Justin Brooks, right? He's a big social media guy.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So that's a live video. But yeah, Justin Brooks is a great guy. He's a guy that I got to meet in this marketplace through another friend of mine of 20 plus years. Their mothers grew up together, I believe in like South Africa. It's a very interesting story. And Brooks, when I first met him, I'm just like, no one is like this positive all the time,
All the time,
and he is. The guy's always so positive. So shout out to Justin Brooks. You guys are forming a great team over there. Is anybody else you want to shout out?
So those would be my two pillars that have helped build the foundation to what have brought me to where I am now.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah.
So you've been doing deals. You've been working right in the tight market. What's a hot product, or what's a hot investment, or what would you suggest? We'll just focus on one, but something you'll leave a person with that's watching this on either the end of the summer or the beginning of fall. What's hot in the real estate industry or real estate world?
I love that question, Mike.
Right?
Yes. So I want to say the hot topic that I want to focus on is really home flipping. As a licensed real estate specialist, I've seen firsthand how the Florida real estate market has become just a prime hotspot. And, really the market, it's just, well, let me paint you a picture. So here's why flipping homes in the Florida real estate market is such a golden opportunity right now. It's your golden egg. You have 5 reasons. The way I consider it is you have an incredible booming market right now in Florida. The Florida market is thriving, and there's such a high demand for single family homes and condos and people that want to enter into that market for so many different reasons. And this creates a perfect environment for investors looking to buy, relocate, and, sell for a profit. So that's number 1. Number 2 would be the tourism and relocation. So we have millions of tourists and people relocating to this area for all types of reasons, of course, whether it's job, family, but, each year this happens and it boosts the value of properties and creating, a streamline of potential home buyers. So that's another reason.
That's great. And guys, as you're listening to these, let me know if you agree with this. Are you seeing this in your market? Are you in South Florida? Right. If you're in another market, this is really exciting to hear, because I'm a South Floridian born and raised, so it's exciting to hear from a person who spent time in both New York City and California, Southern California, and then just hear there's so much opportunity and it's so affordable and so great. And you talk to somebody in this market, they're like, it's crazy, I can't afford a thing.
I know.
So there is opportunity out there. Sometimes we just kind of have to look for it. So I appreciate you sharing these. So if you feel the same way, please comment below. So let's keep going.
Absolutely. So, the third thing that I want to touch on, or possibly it was the fourth one, but diverse opportunities. So
we're at 3. I'll keep you on task. We're at 3. So they're excellent. I'm following along. I'm on the edge of my seat. I think these are fantastic. I'm sure you will. That's actually why I jumped in there, because I want to know what people are feeling, either in this market or outside of this market. I think it's valuable information. So
that's right. Yeah. So, number 3, right? So the diverse opportunities you have, from luxurious home fronts, beachfronts, to suburban homes and everywhere in between. No matter what, the Florida real estate market offers this diverse range of properties for flipping, and there's something in every investor's pocket, every investor's portfolio. So there's just endless possibility there. The other thing is the favorable tax climate that we have here. Florida's no state income tax policy is a major draw for investors, making it more attractive to flip properties and maximize their return.
Of course, that's fantastic. That's a huge thing. That's one of the leading factors in the state of Florida, right?
That's right. And then the last
rounding
item,
the corner. Let's go. I love it.
The 5th item would be renovation potential. So many older homes in desirable areas are ripe for renovation. As you know, especially with the boomers that have come and invested, and now it's kind of paving way for all those new properties to get a little refresh, a little re-love. And when those upgrades are done correctly, these properties yield a significant amount of return.
For sure.
All of that kind of circles back all together why this is a hot topic of home flipping.
Yeah, that's excellent. All right. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's one we haven't heard in a couple of years. So it's coming back, right? I like that. I can agree. It's certainly debatable. Let me know if you agree as well, or if you do not agree, and tell me why. All right. We'd love to have real estate professionals like Rin on the show talking about these hot topics, pushing the envelope. But now we're hitting the end of the show, and this is the fun part.
Right.
This is my favorite part, honestly. We learn so much, and we get to do stuff. The mic drop moment, right?
Yes, that's right.
It can either be your why, or a mic drop moment, or leave us with a piece of advice.
Yes. Okay. So circling back to why I entered the market, why I decided to become a real estate specialist. And not only a real estate specialist, but why I chose to work for Coldwell Banker, which is one of the most elite brands in the country, such a vast network. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And I live life to the fullest, guided by the love of my heart. And that's with advocating for animal welfare and advocating for the welfare of also those in my community and in my society. And so, nothing makes me happier because I'm just here to spread the love and help you find your palace of peace.
That's it. I love mic drop. I love that. All right, cool. So we're going to leave it with a couple more questions. I'll rapid fire them at you where you're not prepared for them. Just some things that you've shared with me since we got to meet. Okay. Do you have any hobbies in your free time that might help a animal or pet owner in the local to the South Florida area?
Oh, that's great. So I'm looking to get more involved and actually correlate my business with animal welfare and what I do in real estate, whether it's fundraising for adoptions and getting involved to meet potential buyers and, really collaborate with one of the local shelters that I'm looking to get involved with, which is I Heart Rescue. They're right off of Las Olas, which is where I work. And it just gives me so much joy to still be involved in those fronts.
That's cool. We'll share this video. Now you got to share the video with them. Now they're going to know you're interested in it. And if you're out there and you have an animal shelter or animal rescue, reach out. That's an opportunity. All right. What's one of your favorite restaurants that you've been to in South Florida since coming back? Oh my
gosh. So Justin Brooks, I have to give him credit for this. He took me to the most spectacular Italian restaurant, Runway 84. Let's
go. Shout out Mark Falsetto, primo baby.
That's right. This took me over the top. I felt like I took like a time capsule back to the past. I was in the 50s, but I was in like the most luxurious chandeliers. I had a saxophone player serenade me right in front of me, and it's just like velvet and like it's sexy, it's vintage, but the best Italian food that I've had, for top dollar in this area. And being married now into an Italian family, I really have taken the time to get to know their culture and get to know like what good Italian food is and what's not.
Mangia. I like it. Well, that's it. This was a pleasure. I appreciate you sitting down and talking to me. Yeah. Now after doing the Runway 84, I'm going to go into like a New York accent here and be like, hey, I went to college. It's called What's the Matter You? Forget about it.
The saxophone player, he was playing the song from Goodfellas.
I love that. Let's go. Are you kidding me?
Back home.
Kidding me? All right. So thank you so much for being on with me, Rin. Hopefully we'll have you on again. Yes. Shout out to Justin Brooks for me. Before we leave, if you wanted somebody to give you a call and they wanted to talk real estate, how do they get a hold of you?
I would say the best way, just give me a call.
What's the phone number?
My phone number is 917-544-6855. That is a Brooklyn area code. So for any of those other New Yorkers, you
have any questions about moving to South Florida and they want to shoot you an email or they want to talk about one of these products, how can they get you on email?
So that would be Rin, that's RIN Belvedere @CB, which stands for Coldwell Banker Realty.com.
I saw the questions I got. You aced it. You passed it.
Easy.
All right, let's go.